What is the most overrated pyro weapon in existence? There are many possible candidates for this award, but let's just narrow it down to one. Let's start off with probably the most hated pyro weapon, the scorch shot. The scorch shot is so very annoying. Like I said in my previous video, it's one of, if not, the best area denial tools in Pyro's kit. On contact with any surface, it explodes, setting anyone in range of its explosion on fire. But if it makes direct contact with you, does it explode? No. It bounces off of you, enabling it for you to get hit again, hit someone else, darn, or explode on the ground, and letting it mini crit you when it hits you while you're on fire. That's right. On top of all that shit it can do, it mini crits burning targets. Darn. Now obviously, with all these crazy upsides, it's gotta have a balancing downside, right? Wrong. The minus 35 damage force taken is more of an upside, allowing more mobility with flare jumps, similar to the detonator. Now the real downside of the minus 35% damage penalty is not even remotely close to compensating for the scorch shot's crazy upsides. Sure, you do less damage, but the splash damage, the spammability, the increased knockback on burning targets, the ability to mini crit burning targets, flare jumping, it doesn't do enough to balance out the upsides. But would I call this weapon overrated? Not in the least. It's just so good. But what about the degreaser? Sure, it's the quintessential combo weapon for pyros, but when you actually play with it, you don't really see a huge and noticeable difference between the slip speed. Yes, the degreaser is really good at comboing, but only a little bit better than stock. What I'm trying to say is that in most situations, the stock flamethrower is just more versatile than the degreaser. Yes, the degreaser is fantastic at taking one-on-one situations with its half a second faster switching speed, but stock is great at these situations as well, with its greater WM1 capabilities. Why trade off half a second faster switching speed for 3/4 of your afterburn damage and 2 less air blasts in your tank? It just doesn't seem like a fair trade-off. Let me ask you this. What happens when you get behind an enemy team and you need to flank? What are you gonna do, combo each enemy one at a time? No! You're gonna have a seizure and everything will be fine. Now, would I say the degreaser is overrated? A little bit. Everyone praises it because they feel like without it, you can't combo, which is completely false. And remember, I'm not the best pyro, nor am I right about this. This is my opinion, so if you disagree, let me know in the comments. But I'm probably right. But what about this? Build your meter by dealing damage, invulnerable while activating your meter? What could this meter do? The Flog is one of the main reasons why Pyro is such a hated class. After dealing 300 damage and charging the meter, taunting while invulnerable, might I add, will unleash havoc. 10 seconds of guaranteed crits. What's the drawback to this? No random crits? That's alright. But this, it seems a lot of people forget about this. No air blast is what keeps the Flog in check from being an overpowered, brain-dead weapon that melts teams in a matter of seconds. But people are too busy wetting their pants to realize that the Flog isn't that overpowered. And here's why. The Flog may be crazy powerful with its guaranteed crits, but flamethrowers are close-range weapons. Just don't get close to them and you won't die.
But Lucky, they always disappear out of nowhere. What am I supposed to do?
Pyro makes a pretty distinct sound when he activates his crits. It sounds like he's dying. So when you hear either he's taunting for fun, or he's making his gun shiny. Now the main counter to a Flog Pyro is just thinking for a second. When you hear why do you run away instantly? He has no air blast. Just shoot that mother shucker. What is he gonna do? Ask the rockets not to hit him? Hey man, please don't hit me.
You.
No! Rockets can't talk. I've tried, so you could literally shoot anything at him with no consequence. He has no air blast. Just do this. Or this. Or anything works. Maybe not this. But who's stupid enough to challenge a crits Pyro in melee combat? The only reason you're getting dominated by the Flog is because you're just very unaware, or you're just playing on tiny maps. Speaking of maps, what happens when you put a strictly close quarters class with no way of dealing with long range damage sources at all on a wide and open map? Yeah. Keeping your distance and listening for specific cues, like red waves from around the corner, the sound of a Pyro taunting, the kill feed, or even your teammates will let you know that a poo brain Pyro is around.
Oh my god, the poo brain Flog Pyro.
But do I think this weapon is overrated? Hell yeah. It's good in certain situations, like being in a small area like Decibel, or when a medic has his gun surgically attached to your behind, or even worse, Uber charge. Yes, I can see how people think this thing is OP. But again, it's situationally strong. In a wide open area, dead. Against a team who remembers a weapon stat, dead. But in order for a pyro to get full use of this, he has to enlist a medic to pocket him, build up 300 damage, hope the medic survives long enough to build Uber without getting sniped, backstabbed, or focused. And then after all that, you hope to God that you're in a tight space and activate. You know what happens next. So you see why I call this thing overrated. A situationally strong weapon that turns Pyro to an offensive powerhouse under the right circumstances. But what do you think? If you hate me for calling the weapon you hate more than waking up on a Monday for school, let's discuss it in the comments below. I might be wrong, but hey, I'll end with what I opened this video with. What is the most overrated pyro weapon in existence? Let me know. One more thing before I end this video. I cannot express how thankful I am for all the recent positivity and support I've been receiving for this channel. 400 subs is just crazy. I never imagined I would ever make it this far, and yet here I am. You guys are giving me great motivation to continue putting more and more effort in my videos. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support and love from you guys. It's just so amazing. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Hello again!